Hello everybody, today we are playing Warframe once again, and I am going to replay through one of these missions. I think I'm gonna go ahead and replay through the second dream. This was one of the main missions in the game. And I think I'm gonna play through that with Kalervo here, since he's my main Warframe and has been ever since I got him. He's a bit of a grind. You get him in the Duviri Paradox.
I fear the Stalker is on the cusp of finding this place. Do not let this happen.
Also, don't mind the stutter if there is any. I know I'm on a hard drive, so that's gonna happen. Loading screens are just amazing, aren't they? I mean, not really. Everybody just wants to get to the gameplay, as always. Yeah, just waiting here. I gotta work with what you got here. Can only work with so much.
The Grineer's excavations have disturbed House Tomb.
Okay, so our first mission here is a spy mission. It's been a second.
Infiltrate the Grineer systems to find out what they know. It may lead us to the Stalker.
Give me 1 second, I gotta hook up my controller.
Fragments of his body. For Hunhao. Every part of him is connected to his singular mind. Is this how he's invading my mind?
Okay, the controller is hooked up and we are ready to go. Okay, B's not gonna be that way. Means that we need to be heading, I think, over here. No, that's a dead end. Okay, let's head back this way. It has to be back and around. Looks like we gotta head towards A first, and then there's probably gonna be a pathway to B. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. I'm just gonna head to A first, though.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Okay, let's get this done. Oops, accidentally pressed one of the ones you weren't supposed to in. And the reason I just went invisible has to do with the fact of Parazone mob. Gotta see if I can remember how to get up here without triggering the alarm. Okay, right there's going to be our main issue getting up.
Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete.
We are up here, so I think we're good. Do that to get some more overguard, and can I head out that way? No, I cannot. But the door is right here. The glass is so clear, it's kind of hard to guess where you're supposed to go sometimes.
And make you right again.
You will never find them. How?
But I see your mind. I already have found them. You owe me their lives.
Just trying to stay quiet and let you guys hear this story. I mean, the Stalker's lines are always pretty good in any of the story missions. Okay, nope, that's the dead end. I already passed where I need to go. It's back here once again. It's going to be back here, and it is going to be, I would imagine, this way. This has a path. I don't know, is it back here? Yeah, it looks like it. Normally in these spy missions, there's a central area you gotta work your way off from. It's just kind of trying to mainly figure out where all the paths are leading from. But if you find a room that has a whole bunch of paths off of it like that one, I think that's a pretty obvious one right there.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Okay, how do we get to this one? Let me see if I can remember how we get to that one.
Alarms! Data destruction is imminent. You need to hurry.
I have no clue. How in the hell? And where did I set the alarms off at? Oh, it's right here. I'm blind as a bat. Okay. See if we can make it in time. I'm not sure though. God damn it, bro. I really need ciphers. I could have made it with a cipher.
That's what I was looking for. I can decode the rest of the message.
I guess this shows you, even as an experienced player, forgetting stuff can kinda...
I need a moment to contact this person. Get to extraction.
Okay, we are just gonna kinda speed run to extraction with our dives and what have you. And if you're wondering what I'm looking at, I'm just looking over at my other monitor that has the recording stats on it. It's just kinda making sure the frames and everything are staying up to what they should be.
Another job well executed.
Okay, well, there's the first one down.
Hunhao is listening.
Okay, time to find the sentient fragments.
Hello, Tenno. Are you surprised? Why? You know I've always had my...
I do remember working with him. I didn't quite remember it being Second Dream though.
They've dug up, but I do. Shall I show you? Don't worry, you can trust me this time.
Okay, on this mission, the first thing you kind of want to do is work your way down. After you get all the way down, you're gonna kind of see these doors, right? So in here, this room's a bit confusing. This is where you need to be though, is this room with the multiple doors. Go ahead and kill the enemies in here, do whatever. And then I don't remember which door it is. One of these doors is gonna be open. Or well, actually two of them are going to be open. If I remember correctly, this first one up here is a dead end. Oh, never mind. Oh, I forgot to use my overguard. There we go, now we have some overguard. Oh, looks like that was the door for me. But I think it can be any of those doors. If it wasn't the same door as mine, just check the other ones in that room. Because if I remember correctly, my first time when I played through the mission right there, and the sentient fragments, right, I kept on backtracking because I thought I missed something. Nope, it's that room right there that you saw me in. As far as I know, that doesn't change. You just kind of have to look around for the right door. Because there's only gonna be one, maybe two doors in that room that unlock, and one of them is going to be a dead end. So, after you figure out which one's a dead end, if you have more than one, just look for the other one that's not. Okay, it wants me to go back this way by the looks of it. Or never mind. Have I been through here before? Or did the map just reset? I don't know. Go ahead and look. No, that has to be the door, right? Yeah. That's the door. I'm just backtracking for no reason. I even get confused myself here. This area is a tad bit. I'm on the more on the confusing side. Okay, work our way this way. And what we're looking for is another one of those elevators. There's another drop. This is a separate room than the one before. I know it looks really similar. This one, you're just gonna want to head straight across, or once again, you might have to look for a few doors. You're gonna want to drop down again. It's gonna take a second for the icon to update. I know it doesn't kind of look like it, but this is where you're supposed to go. Now you're gonna want to get under the water, and is this the part where he gives you the area, or not yet? I don't think this is yet. So for this part, you kind of want to work your way just kind of straight across from what I remember, right? Yeah. I don't think this can change. It's possible it can. But that was just straight across for me. Now, for this part, you're gonna need to head back underwater.
You're near the dig site. Of course, I could just tell you where it is, but what fun would that be? So keep your
Now,
eyes
for this
peeled.
part, you kind of wanna... Let me see if I can remember this, but if I remember correctly, you kind of want to stick around the edge somewhere. Let me see if I can find it from the spawn. Well, mainly what you're looking for though is you're looking for this corner here. where you can see that long hallway. You're looking for this tile set, or this part of the map right here. This long hallway leading into this curve right here.
Yes.
And then,
Getting warmer.
then after you're right here, you're looking for this red orb, shoot it. That lets you through.
You're right on top of it now.
Now you just kinda head up to the edge, and it should let you out. There might be a specific spot right in here. Let me see if I can find it. Don't know, I think it's this inside edge here, but I gotta try and remember where the spot it wants you to get off at is. I know this is the right area though. Why is this not letting me off? Okay, nope, that's all the way at an edge. That's also all the way at an edge. It should be somewhere right in this front part, but it has to be in the back half. Oh, it's at the back half.
Are these the bones you're looking for, Lotus?
I'm
Yes,
sorry that took
this
so
is it.
long. I was just getting
Fragment
confused right up in there.
Of my father.
I knew this was the right
Destroyed
area
in the
though.
old war. I can use it to see him. I see the stalker stronger. Hunhow's voice within him. I see the reservoir, but I feel confusion. He doesn't know unless... Oh no.
Thank you, daughter. Fear has baited you to the snare. What was secret is now known. Your Tenno, their touch. I now see the womb of the sky. My shadow now walks the path.
What have I done? Get out of there, Tenno.
Yes, hurry, Tenno, but be careful. Last time you got close with the sentients, you wiped out an entire civilization. But you don't remember that, do you?
For this part, you just kind of want to follow the path it gives you out. If you're just looking at your mini-map or have it pulled up like I do, you can normally figure out where to go pretty easily. This area doesn't give you too many options if you're looking at the mini-map. Which for this mission in general, because this has a lot of underwater bits, I really do recommend having your mini-map pulled out. Which for Xbox, it is holding the 2 square buttons that does that, or tapping it. Yeah, it's just tapping it. I'm not 100% sure what the PC control is. It's probably M. That's probably the base key control. But I could be wrong. I don't play on my PC all that well. I'm playing on PC. I don't play with a keyboard all that often.
Tell me, Lotus.
Oh, my bad, I cut him off. Okay, next mission is follow the stalker. We are gonna go ahead and start this up. Always feels like it's moving so slow, so slow.
When you connected to Hunhow's fragment, Hunhow saw a path to the reservoir that led through here. He cannot reach it alone. He needs the stalker to do it for him.
Okay, saw this first part. I'm just kind of running through the enemies to make this go faster. You can always fight them if you need the MR or mastery. Which I technically do, but not for these items. I mean, it's up to the person. If you want to run through leveling something up, you can. I just prefer kind of running through these kinds of missions with my favorite character. Just more fluent. Or if you wanted to run it through chronologically speaking, right now Excalibur would still be, or well, whichever your starter frame is. I think Excalibur is like chronologically the frame that you would technically have here, but any of the starter frames make sense.
Nata, will we find the Tenno heart within? These puppets will not stop me. I will attack in many forms.
At this point right here, you are killing the sentients and waiting for the item drop.
Sentient fighters appear to adapt to damage. I'd love
And
to
then you
one
grab
and
this
see what makes it tick.
and stick it in
It
for the
has
portal to
developed
reopen.
to your attacks. Try something different.
No, I'm not sure if that's delayed audio or
Incredible.
what.
The Stalker has built web keys. Use this one to reopen the portal before more sentient fighters come. The void is poison to them.
Yeah, I think that's just delayed audio.
Cross the threshold now. The sentients cannot follow.
Oh, don't you just hate that feeling? Makes my stomach flip. Let's see where you've landed. Find a nav console.
Right here's the nav console that he's talking about. You just gotta wait for it to update.
The moon exists! It was in the void all along. I knew the Lotus was powerful, but this, she erased history. We thought it was destroyed all this time. My, Lotus, you make a fine villain.
And the reservoir with it. Very clever, Nata. Shadow, your path is clear.
Hunhouse found it. The reservoir, hidden in the void. A place sentients can never reach. We must do everything to keep it there. It's the only way to keep the Tenno's power alive.
Found the reservoir? As unpleasant as our past is, I have to ask.
Okay, this next part, it wants you to head in this direction. You want to head away from where the console is.
Does this reservoir conceal some great deception?
Everything I have done was done to protect them. The void is forbidden to the sentients. It's our only protection against them destroying the Tenno. Do not let Alad distract you from your mission.
Oh, they don't know the truth either, do they? How sweet. The betrayers get what they
No,
deserve.
I'm just running through that. If you have low health, I wouldn't just run through this. You're gonna need to slow down a little bit and
I
wait
have
for the
detected a ship
lightning.
leaving the tower. It's the Stalker. He's on his way to the moon. You need to find a way to get off this tower and onto the moon.
For this part, I mean,
It seems to me
these are
that this
normally
tower
pretty
is
simple in the story
dedicated to
missions.
masking
Just
the
take your
moon's
time and you
location
should
for
be
years.
fine.
Why not disable the mask so that claptrap orders can pick them up? Or is that
Okay,
too
for this
complicated
part,
for you?
you're just gonna want to look straight up
That's
and
it,
bolt
Tenno.
dive, which is
Shut
LB
down
and
this
A.
power grid so that your
I'm
mouthpiece
invisible
orders
because of
can
my
look up your
parazone.
location in
Yeah,
the
so I
void.
gotta give this a second.
Keep talking.
You want to
or I can
light
call
attack with
Alad
your
V.
melee or shoot at that. I
Your
light
silence
attack with my
soon
melee.
comes.
If there's lightning above it like that, you have to wait, go check the other ones. This is kind of a waiting game. This one will open up, doesn't have lightning above it. Then I have to destroy it. There it goes. The hit detection's being dumb. Okay, destroy this one. Just make sure the lightning's not above it or else it won't pop up. And then you head back over to this one. The lightning's gone now. And now I should be able to destroy it.
You did it. The void mask is crumbling.
Operator? How did you get through to me?
Oh,
Don't worry, Otis is on his way now, preparing for extraction.
okay, now to get to extraction,
The shadow
you're
returns
gonna
to
head
moon.
back this
The
way
reservoir
and get back up
swells
to
with
the middle
Tenno
part
blood.
here.
The old war finally ends.
We are heading through. There's another side hallway. As I said, once again, if you're getting confused with your location here, pull up your big map by the 2 squares button, or as I said, I'm pretty sure it's M, and that will make your life a whole lot easier getting around.
Another job well executed.
Then, right here is my mic, so if anybody's wondering what that is.
The moon. Somehow, Otis actually remembers the last time I was here. Concern for the operator is at critical levels.
The suspense is killing me. Lotus, you have to tell us your secret. Hey, don't cut me off.
Within the moon lies the reservoir, the secret to your Tenno power. But the secret is dangerous. It drove the stalker to madness. Forgive my deception. I was only trying to protect you from the same fate. Now, it is time to protect yourselves by ensuring the moon remains within the safety of the void.
Okay, I need to do something one quick second, so I am gonna go ahead and block my screen off. So I don't want you guys to see this because this is spoiler related to a different part of the story, and I need to go change something. And okay, I think that is the last thing I needed to switch there. Oh, never mind, there's one more part I needed to switch, right? I don't know, not gonna worry about it all that much. Okay. Okay, gotta give it a second to load back in, and okay, there we go. There was something I had to do there real fast that, as I said, is spoiler related, and I don't want to give anything up, because if you're watching this, you probably either are playing through Second Dream or just played through Second Dream. Loading screens, once again, the enemy of everyone. Skip the cinematic. So it's up to you personally, but those first cinematics don't have any value.
Collapse the void, Shadow, so that my fragments may attack. The Tenno hearts will beat their last.
No. If the void is collapsed, the reservoir will be destroyed, and you and the rest of the Tenno will be lost. Get to the void control room and
Also,
stop
if
the
you
stalker.
happen to be watching and you like this kind of guide or need any help with anything,
Quite the magic
always
trick,
go ahead and leave
But
comments
Tenno,
on the
you
videos
must be asking
or
yourself,
tell me in
where
the
is this
comments
heart,
if there's
if
another
not
kind
in my
of
chest?
guide for another mission you'd like, whether it be main story or side quest. If I haven't done it, I'll do it, or if I have done it, I'll replay it.
It is done. The moon will be crushed
Because I
by the weight
haven't
of
done
the
all the
void.
side quests quite
The
yet,
sky will be
and
as
I
it should be.
have made it to Steel Path.
Void collapse. Oh no. It would be such a shame to lose the moon so soon after finding it. Of course, you could just put it back in its rightful place, couldn't you, Lotus?
So for this part
I
here,
didn't
you
want
want
to
to
have to do this,
activate
but the
this.
collapse is imminent.
For this
If
one,
the
for me
reservoir is
anyways,
destroyed,
this
we
is
need
the
to pull
double
moon out
triangle
of the void.
pattern.
Here, help me disrupt the void compasses to
Some of
reorient
them are a
the
bit more difficult than others. I'll also go ahead and show you my mods after I'm done with this for probably... Yeah, after I'm done with this, I'll go ahead and show you my
There are
mods
3 void compasses
for
that seal
two different
within the
weapons
void.
that you should
I will
probably
disconnect
have
them
at
from
this
the central
point.
system to gain control. Power from your shields
So
while I
for
finish
this
my task.
part, you just kinda want to
Not
run up to these.
you
It's
trust
taking
this
my health because I don't
organ
have any shield,
chisel
but
weapons
for
from
you
our
it should be
bones.
taking your shield, which is your blue
cannot
bar
stop
that
the
regens. This character just
The
doesn't
next
have
compass needs
shield.
power.
He's a bit weird in that regard. So you just kind of sit up here and do this.
Get
You
close
gotta
to
do
the
it
void
3
compass.
times at all 3 of these consoles. And after you're done with that, we shall go through the next part. Okay, we got the compass
The
up.
void compasses are all disrupted, but there is one more step. Get to the pendulum. Hurry.
What was that?
Okay, so for this next part, this is gonna be a
the
pretty
noise you
easy
make will
gimmick,
cease
but it
now
might be
and
difficult if it's your
forever.
first time playing through.
Uh-oh, Hanhaus found me. Sorry I can't stick around to see how this all ends, but I've got to save my own
You would
skin.
normally run
Don't
around
forget
and
our
just
dear
kind of
Lotus.
bolt diving because it's easier, but if you
These
need to
pendula
figure
keep
out
the
where
moon
you're
stable in
going,
the void.
you go
Power
around
them
the
down.
side, you come over here and come in. So for this part,
Security
go ahead
eye.
and
Watch
shoot
out.
those things on the floor. This is not a good weapon, I forgot I had this on.
The security eye has destroyed a pendula. Try and trick it into taking out the rest.
So to have it destroy the pendula, right? You destroy that. You wait for the security eye to come over here. Then whenever it's about to shoot, you jump. It might take a few tries. Oh, you gotta jump. Why is that shooting so low?
That's
There
it.
we go.
Eye is taking out the pendula. Keep it up.
And then, as I said, destroy the plates on top of them. I am caught right there, aren't I? Yes, I was / am. What in the world is going on there? Okay, the pendula is right there once again.
Last
Jump.
one.
So you're kind of waiting for, as I said, eyeball guy again. Jump, let him destroy it. After you destroy
It's
the
time.
last one,
The
he'll
moon is
fall.
falling out of the void. Hold on. This will not be a smooth ride. Get to extraction as quickly as
That
possible.
gimmick can be a bit difficult to understand, especially if it's your first time playing through the mission. For this part, just get in any of these and stand in it.
Them devils from that hell.
And that was just a straight shot from the room. Okay, here you're just gonna kind of want to bolt dive around, which is LB and A on controller, or It's, what is it?
How can you
I'm
defend
pretty
this
sure it's
devil's
W
Margulis
shift
after what they've done to you?
control. I don't remember the exact settings. I customized
Well,
mine.
it's not with the eyes, but with the mind. They won't hurt anyone.
Oh,
I
it's
just need
control
more time.
space. Or it's W control
Hush, my beloved
space.
love.
It's
I
crap.
cannot
I'm
protect
pretty
you.
sure. Well,
Tomorrow
yeah,
you must-
it's your for desktop or keyboard, right? It's a crouch and jump to do a bolt dive. So it's control and space. But I normally am holding W shift control and space to sprint in between my bolt jumps.
But the reservoir is in more danger than ever. Hun Hao will send his fighters, and the stalker is still coming for you. Move now.
Okay, and now it is time to go to the reservoir. Loading screens, once again, phenomenal. Well, the reason I'm looking off to the side right now is I was just double checking something I thought might have not been working correctly. Okay, we're good. Let me skip this and let's get going.
The moon from a collapse, but Hun Hao can now attack
I did
the
not
reservoir
mean to do
directly.
that.
He must not reach
Excuse
the
me.
sacred place.
Okay, 1 second. That is my bad. I did not mean to hit that.
Shadow, bleed the reservoir until it is desert dry.
Okay, so for this part, you can head in, head off to the side. I don't think too much is confusing right here. You're just kind of want to follow the icon for this part. The icon normally is leading you pretty straightforward in these segments. As I said, if you need it, pull up the map. The map develops as you go through.
So perfect on the outside, but you're rotted through and through.
Also, if you didn't listen to it your first playthrough,
7 hands raised. For your apostasy, the judgment is death. Margulis, why?
so for this part, as soon as you get into this room, right, you're gonna want to jump right up this wall here and go straight forward. This area is a bit more on the confusing side here. Just kind of try and stick close to this wall and follow along that yellow dot. And then I also have my map up so you can see where you're going on yours.
They're calling it transference.
And what I was saying was,
We are desperate, Executor, but these aren't Dark soldiers. These are golems possessed by devil minds.
pay attention to this audio. This audio is pretty important. What they're talking about highly pertains to the story. Oh, oops. So I wasn't quite paying attention right there. You were going to want to drop down right here, then continue straight forward.
dream. Not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
You hesitate, Shadow, but remember your despair. This is your only chance to make it end. Your hatred is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
Okay, so for this part, your
Tenno,
guy can
Operator.
shoot.
You're awake now, but you're more vulnerable than ever. Get back to your ship now.
So whenever you're seeing these guys, you're just gonna
You
wanna
need to
shoot.
focus your mind to unleash your true power.
If you wait a little bit longer, it will let you shoot a laser instead of just stuff. Or at least I remember it letting you. Okay, so for this part, every time you kill an enemy, you're gonna get back to full health. So don't worry too crazy much about your health. But watch it at least a little bit, I mean. They do a lot of damage, depending on which Warframe you are. And as Kalervo only has health, he's probably one of the more difficult ones to do this with because he has no natural regen. And don't forget to look behind you if you accidentally missed any, but normally you'll be able to hear them. Oh, I am getting beat up a little bit here. And I know this feels slow, but it's all to build suspense.
I don't know how much time you have. Descend into the heart of your orbiter. There you will find the somatic
Okay,
link.
so when you're back in your orbiter here, holding your guy, you walk down your center. You're gonna wanna, it doesn't matter which side you walk down, but when it's referring to the heart of your orbiter, it's referring to this room right here.
Stalker! How?
So shoot these to the best of your
Get past
ability.
him. Get to the link.
And then
Focus,
when
Tenno.
when
Use
she
your
wants you to
energy.
shoot
Breathe
that,
life
she
into the
wants you to shoot
somatic
this
link.
up here. It's gonna go ahead and reset you. And then you go ahead and repeat.
Again, it needs more power.
I am struggling, aren't I? Okay, there we go.
The sky will be as it was meant, Shadow. The old war finally
Okay,
ends.
then once you make it back, you shoot it once again. Might take a second.
And your reckoning.
You go ahead and destroy it,
One more time.
and
Stop
then
them, Shadow. Do not let the child's power rejoin the sky.
yeah, you just keep on shooting them until you are up there again. Now this should be the last time if I remember correctly.
No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair. All your dread-long life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was I one of these wretched things? You know the answer. You still hate them. You still hate yourself. What is this? Shadow, protect me.
Now we fight on two fronts, my child. The war without. My child, so beautiful to behold. How do you feel?
I'm confused. I thought I was...
I know. Forgive me. This is who you really are, a Tenno. More than human, but once a child like any other. What do you remember?
So for this part, this is all up to personal preference. It doesn't really matter for the first few questions. And there's one thing at the end that's not going to appear for me, but will appear for you that I'm going to mention.
The soft lines of a hand. My mother's, I think. We were watching the stars, awaiting the jump to Tau. She was afraid.
Memories. From your time aboard the Zeramin 10-0, before the void jump accident. It was years before the ship was recovered. It was drifting dead in space. All her crew gone, except the children.
So, and then once again, this line doesn't really matter all that much except for a different bit of lore. Go ahead and pick whatever you want, personal preference.
I didn't want to live anymore. I felt guilty that I was alive. But we could do things. Extraordinary things. Maybe there was a reason we survived.
You were so brave, but the Orokin were afraid of you. The Void had changed you, and you couldn't control it. No one could. They were about to destroy the orphans of 10-0, but Margulis, she loved you. She found a way.
She confronted them even when she knew what it would cost her. Blinded and sick by her work with us. Yet in her heart, stronger than all of us.
The Orokin murdered Margulis, used her work to create transference. Your mind projected into a surrogate strong enough to withstand your power. It felt like waking up, but it was just a lucid second dream.
So this choice and the last one are both still personal preference.
We sensed that otherness, but we embraced it. I was free as anything. Free to learn, to experience, to mean something.
And so you became Tenno, serving the Orokin, but bound by honor. As the Tenno grew, they founded great schools, the Tenno ways. Do you see yours?
I see a crystal, refracting the moonlight. The way of Xenorik. We believed the path to victory was to dominate the enemy. That strength of spirit could overcome any resistance.
Xenorik will be your focus. But we have so much more to do. Here in the Orbiter, transference will be even stronger. Command the Warframes. Make whole this shattered world you've been given. Are you ready, Tenno?
So again, is if you want to go back through all the options, or you want to learn all the bits of lore you can from this conversation, I'm just gonna hit done. I don't have a reason to go back through.
Yes, Lotus, I am.
Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the one bit well, kind of. So I gotta wait for this to complete, then I'm gonna go ahead and run back there and show you something. Well, first of all, that's gonna have you customize your character. You can always go back and change that later. And the second part is...
A new quest is available in your codex.
And the second part is, though, so at the end, it's gonna ask you which path you want to go on. Eventually, you can unlock them all. I highly recommend Xenorik, but if you want to try another one, like Nerimon, here's Melee. Or I've also heard that Madara is pretty good. Personally, haven't tried it. But I highly recommend Xenorik. This is giving you extra energy, and then this is melee damage and that kind of stuff. But that is the full playthrough of the second dream. So, I hope you guys have a good time. And we are gonna go ahead and finish this up now. So, I hope everybody has a great day. Go ahead and subscribe if you would, and comment if there's anything else you'd like me to go over. And bye.